Good evening. Welcome to the Siddhaveda webinar series. Today we have Dr. Anbuganapathy. He's a very senior most doctor in Siddha. He's giving a talk on Siddha geriatrics for the lovely elders. The topic for old people, but he also talks about other areas, the current issues that we are undergoing. So Dr. Anbuganapathy was born on 15 September 1950 in a small village in the bank of Tenpennai River, Villupuram district in Tamil Nadu. His father, with profound knowledge in original Tamil epics, taught him the values of virtues and straightforwardness through the epics and Puranas. His mother, with great memory power, used to recite Tirupugal, 18 Siddhar songs as lullaby, which created great interest in him to study Siddha literature in depth. His mother was more instrumental in kindling his interest towards Siddha science. His grandfather and father were practicing Siddha medicine to treat snake bites in the village. His uncle was an expert in treating jaundice, and he used to prepare a special cream to cure pestering incurable ulcers on the body. The only medical care available in the village during his childhood was Siddha Vaidyam. On seeing the patients getting cured from several diseases, he developed a great interest in Siddha system and started to identify and use herbs for treatments along with the elders of his family right from his childhood. He had his school education in Ramakrishna Padasalai, Kunnur, in Villupuram district, 1955 to 1966. Completed his graduate and postgraduate degree in Pachayappa's College, 67 to 72, 19. Got his PhD degrees in Madras University in 1987. He joined as a teaching faculty in Zoology Department of Kandaswamy Kandar College, Vellore, Namakkal district, and took VRS in the year 2007 as principal of the college. From the year 2007 to 2009, he was principal in Sekar Art and Science College, Dharmapuri. He was syndicate member of Periyar University, Salem for 2 years. He is currently an honorary faculty in Siddhaveda Center for Transdisciplinary Studies. So I welcome Dr. Anbuganapathy. Please, sir. Yeah.
நந்தி அகத்தியர் மூலர் புன்னாக்கீசர் நற்றவத்து புலத்தியரும் பூனைக்கண்ணர் கந்திடைக்காடரும் போகர் புலிக்கை ஈசர் காரூரர் கொங்கணவர் காளங்கி அன்பில் சிந்திலழுக்கண்ணர் அகப்பேயர் பாம்பாட்டி தேரையரும் குதம்பையரும் சட்டநாதர் செந்தமிழ் சேர் சித்தர் 14 பாதம் சிந்தை உண்ணி சிரத்தணியாய் போற்றி வாழ்வாம். The global Tamil intellectuals, I am immensely happy today this evening to meet you all through this video conferencing and share some of my experiences and views in the Siddha system. Generally, it is known to the people that there lived 18 Siddhas in Tamil Nadu. The 18 Siddhas are namely Nandi Devar, Agathiyar, Tirumular, Punnakisar, Pulathiyar, Punaikannar, Edaikadar, Bogar, Pulikkai Isar, Karurar, Konganavar, Kalangi, Alukannar, Agapeyar, Terayar, Kudambayar, Sattanadar, Pambati. So these 18 Siddhas are believed to be the contributors to the basic science of Siddha system. Not only these 18 Siddhas, there were many others on the list. But generally, we think of these 18 Siddhas. So all these Siddhas, they belong to the Tamil tradition. They are born in Tamil Nadu. They contributed for the well-being of humanity. The Siddhas advocated spiritualism. We know there are two schools of thought practiced all over the world. One is theism, the other is atheism. Theism in Tamil known as Attigam, in Sanskrit called Astigam. Atheism in Tamil known as Nattigam, in Sanskrit Nastigam. So Astigam or Attigam means theism. Nattigam and Nastigam means atheism. So this theism and atheism are the two thoughts which prevailed and prevails all over the world from prehistoric times and from time immemorial. These two terms, Astigam and Nastigam, are derived from a fundamental Sanskrit word that is asti. Asti means in Tamil irukkirathu, exists, or yes. In simple term, we can take the meaning of the word asti as yes. When we add the letter na before any Sanskrit verb, it becomes opposite. So asti, na asti. Na asti means no. The Astigam says there is God as a separate entity. The God is worshipped in Astigam. Prayers are offered. There are rites and rituals which are practiced by the religious people. This school of thought is called Astigam. So Asti, we know, as for the common Tamil society is concerned, the word Asti means the remnants of the incinerated relic after burning the human body. We call it Asti. We take the Asti. In India, it is in practice when somebody's body is cremated. That's one of the ways of disposing dead bodies in India, not known in any other country. So cremating the dead body is practiced in India. When the dead body is cremated, what remains at the end is only the handful of ash. That ash, that is what prevails, that is what exists. Though the human body grows to 5.5 to 6 feet, though it weighs from 50 to 80 kilograms normally, in this big body, there is only a handful of ash. That is true. So we call it Asti. Viragidai moodi anal kodu poda. Viragidai moodi anal kodu poda. Vendu vilundu murindu ninangal. Urugi elumbu karugi adangi. Orpidi நீரும் இல்லாத உடம்பை ஓர்பிடி நீருமில்லாத உடம்பை நம்புமடியேனை இனி ஆளுமே. பட்டினத்தடிகள் என்று ஒரு சித்தர் பட்டினத்தார் புலம்பல் என்கின்ற ஒரு பாடலிலே அவர் குறிப்பிடுவார், இந்த உடலை மரணத்துக்கு பின்னால் சுமந்து கொண்டு கடுகி நடந்து சுடுகாட்டினை அடைந்து விறகுக்கு உள்ளே வைத்து மூடி அழல் என்றால் நெருப்பை கொண்டு எரிக்க கடைசியில் எஞ்சி நிற்பது ஓர் பிடி நீர் என்று சொல்லுவார். அஸ்தி என்றால் இருக்கிறது என்று பொருள், ந அஸ்தி என்றால் இல்லை என்று பொருள். அஸ்தி எஸ், ந அஸ்தி நோ. The God is considered in forms. God is considered as a separate entity which accepts prayers and worships. The God gives you all benefits which you request or demand. That is theism. Atheism, they don't believe in God. There is no such entity as God which provides. So they talk against God. But the Siddharths, they talked about spiritualism. The pathway of Siddha is towards divinity, which they call enlightenment or self-realization or attaining liberation or attaining self-enlightenment and realizing the truth, the realizing you are not just the physical gross, you are more than that. You are the small rivulet of the divinity. The divinity is in you. So Siddharths believed God realization. It doesn't mean God as a separate entity existing outside you. The God is in you. You become divine. And the Paranjoti Mahan, one of the great saints of modern times, he wrote a book called The Non-Kadavul. Every individual is the expression of Shiva and the God. So Siddharths are spiritualists. They believed in spiritualism or they believed in self-realization. But unfortunately, Siddharths are projected to the world as atheists. In all the platforms of atheism, people used to cite a poem of one of the Siddharths called Sivavakya. The Sivavakya poems appears in the first half as if they are atheistic. So, the atheists who wanted to gain support to their doctrine, they borrowed the poems of Sivavakya and they used only the upper half, a portion of it, to support their atheistic doctrine. And one such poems, which are very frequently used in the meetings and platforms of atheists, popularly known to many people, which I have to speak today to make the people understand the depth of the wisdom, not knowledge of Siddharths. The poem runs like this. Nattakallai Devam Yendru, Nattakallai Devam Yendru, Nalu Putpam Satriye, Sutri Vandu Munumunendru, Sutri Vandu Munumunendru, Sollu Mantram Yedada. நட்டக்கல்லும் பேசுமோ நாதன் உள் இருக்கையில் சுட்ட சட்டி சட்டுவம் கரிச்சுவை அறியுமோ. This is the full song. What the full song says is not spoken on the platform, but only the upper half is used. To translate it into English for the English-speaking people to understand, you plant a stone in the form of an idol, you yourself place some flowers on top of it, and you go round and round whispering some mantras. Nattakallai Devam endru, you plant a stone and you call it God, you place flowers on it, and you go round and round whispering some mantras. Where have you got those mantras? Where have they come from? Can the planted stone ever speak? Nattakallu pesumo. Can the stone speak? So this is what is the upper half of this poem. This has been used to project Siddharthas as atheists. But the latter half of the poem, Nathan ul irukkail means when the divine is within you, the planted stone cannot speak. But once you realize your inner self, the divinity or godliness in you, every man is divine. Every human is divine. And if the divinity in you is realized, that is called enlightenment. And they ask in the other part of this poem, Sutta Shakti Sattuvam Karichuvai Ariyumo. We use the pan and the flat spoon for cooking the food. The flat spoon turns the food up and down to get it uniformly cooked. Though the vessel, the pan bears the food, and the spoon turns the food up and down, the spoon and the pan can never know the taste of it. So this is the comparison given by Siddharthas. If you just worship the idol, you can never realize the divinity in you. You should realize the divinity in you by yoga, by meditation, by tuning yourself with the universal. The individual has to be divine with the universal, and you become godly, you become divine. So this is what actually the poem says. But it has been misused to project Siddharthas as atheist by using only the upper half. Though this poem appears like this poem has also got a different version. What is it? It says that Nattakallai Devam Yendru Nalu Putpam Satriye Nattakallai Devam Yendru Nalu Putpam Satriye Sutri Vandu Munumunendru Sollu Mantram Yedada. This is how it is often used. Instead of Yedada, Ekaram, if you add O, it becomes totally different in its meaning. Nattakallai Devam Endru Nalu Putpam Satriye Sutri Vandu Munumunendru Sollu Mantram Odada. Instead of Yedada, you say that Sollu Mantram Odada. Nattakallai Devam Endru Nalu Putpam Satriye Sutri Vandu Munumunendru Sollu Mantram Odada. Nattakallum Pesumo Alla Nattakallum Pesum O Nattakallum Pesum O Yappo Nathanul Irukkail. Even the planted stone will speak O if you realize the godliness in you. When you realize the godliness in you, there is nothing as animate and inanimate. There is nothing as subtle or gross. There is nothing as invisible and visible. Everywhere prevails the great divinity. Everyness you realize the great Brahma. Everywhere you realize that the God prevails everywhere, and God is omnipotent, omniscient, and omniprevalent. You are not an exception. You should realize this totality of divine in you. So this is what this poem says. Nattakallai Devam Yendru Nalu Putpam Satriye Sutri Vandu Munendu Sollu Mandram Odada Nattakallum Pesum Om Nadanul Irukkail. If without practicing the different methods given by Siddharthas for self-realization, if you just go to the temple and worship the idol, you can never realize the divinity in you because the God is in you. If you don't practice this yogic practices to realize the divinity in you, you are like a pan and a spoon which are used for cooking, which can never taste the real taste of the food. Though they support cooking, they don't realize it. This is how the poem of Siddharth Sivavakyar says that the God prevails in everybody. The same thought is supported by Tirumular. I can go on quoting the poems of various Siddharthas. The Pudambai Siddharth, or Bhadragiriya, Pambati Chittar, and so many Siddharthas who lived, or the 18 Siddharthas and so many others counted along with the list, to support this idea that the Siddharthas are not atheists, but they are spiritualists. Vanukul Gisanai Tedum Marulargal. Vanukul Gisanai Tedum Marulargal. Tenukul Inbam Sivapo Karupo. Tenukul Inbam Sirandirundar Pol. Unukul Isan Ulirnirundane. What this poem says, oh ordinary common people, you search the God in the sky. Vanukul Isanai Tedum Marulargal. Marular, the people who are ignorant, innocent of reality. The common people do not know the existence of divinity in them. So they go on searching God in the sky. Vanukul Isanai Tedum Marulargal. Then he gives a comparison. Tenukul Inbam Sivapo Karupo. The sweetness in honey is red or black. Tenukul Inbam Sirandirundar Pol. As the sweetness is exalted in honey, Unukul Isan Ulirndirundane. Isan, the Shiva or the divine, is shining in you. Unukul Isan Ulirndu Irundane. Siddharthas have experienced the divinity as a shining within. If you want to see the taste of honey, you will miserably fail. But the taste of honey can be felt only in the tongue. The taste buds alone can help you for the gustatory function, for realizing its taste. If you search what is the color of honey, You can never see the color as a red or black in honey. Similarly, as the taste of honey, the sweetness is exalted, சிறந்து இருந்தார் போல், exalted in honey, the divine is in you which has to be felt and experienced. You cannot see it as an entity. You cannot taste it. You cannot hear it. You cannot feel it through your somatic senses. You cannot see it through your visual organs. You cannot hear it through your ears. You cannot taste it through your tongue. So, the divinity is an experience. The Siddhas advocated the concept of experiencing the divinity in the individual. So the Siddhar's concept is spiritualism. We as practitioners of Siddha, followers of Siddha, we experience the divinity in us. And we advocate and share this concept of sharing divinity with everybody and helping everybody to realize the divinity. The divinity has no exemption. It is in everybody. Everybody can awaken it. Everybody can experience it. And this concept of Siddhas is called spiritualism. And this great thought prevailed from time immemorial, several thousands of hundreds of years. The Siddhas supported several modern concepts. What we speak in the scientific day were spoken elaborately by Siddhas. The concepts of Siddhas can be classified under 4 basic headings. They are பகுத்தறிவு, சுயமரியாதை, சமூக நீதி, and மத நல்லிணக்கம். These 4 thoughts are thoughts of modern scientific times. But these 4 thoughts were the fundamental concepts of Siddhas of several thousands of years ago. It looks ununderstandable today how these people were so intelligent, how these people were so knowledgeable. It's because the wisdom awakened in them. They spoke about பகுத்தறிவு, that is rationalism. The Siddhas were the first to talk about rationalism, பகுத்தறிவு. They also advocated the concept of சுயமரியாதை, what is called self-respect. பகுத்தறிவு, சுயமரியாதை, that is rationalism and self-respect. Then சமூக நீதி, when people were divided on the basis of color, caste and creed, they raised a strong objection to this thought of classifying people as jadi and madam. Classifying the people on the basis of religion, on the basis of color and creed and regions. So they advocated the idea that all men are the same. So they fought for social justice, samuga needi. They asked a question in Tamil. It's really unbelievable on those days. Parachiyavadedada, paratiyavadedada. Parachiyavadedada, panatiyavadedada. Irachitol elumbinul ilakkamittirukkudo. Irachitol elumbinul ilakkamittirukkudo. Parachi போக வேறதோ, பணத்தி போக வேறதோ, பரச்சியும் பணத்தியும் பகுத்து பாருமும் முளே. Beautiful song. Even the common man can understand it. The common man can understand the basis of social justice. When social injustice prevailed in this country, they talked about the social justice, samuga needi. You classify the people as Parachi and Panati, or the Parpanati and the Parachi, the people of lower caste and higher caste. There is no such denomination in creation. Parachiyavadedada, Panatiyavadedada. Where is the classification that the lower creed and higher creed? Where is the denomination that the lower caste and higher caste? Parachiyavadedada, Panatiyavadedada. Irachi tol elumbinul ilakkamittirukkudo. Is it written there in any language? In the flesh or bone or on the skin? Has it been written that one is a lower caste, other is a higher caste? There is no such denomination. It is never written on the skin or bone or the flesh. Irachi tol elumbinul ilakkamittirukkudo. It's not written. Parachi bogam verado, Panatti bogam verado. Bogam in Tamil refers to union of man and woman. For carnal pleasure, the physical union of the two bodies of two opposite sexes, the male and the female union is called bogam. If you enjoy the sexual pleasure of a woman of a lower caste or a higher caste, as you say, can you see a difference in it? So this is understandable by even an illiterate. There is no difference in the pleasure derived in the sexual union between the lower caste and higher caste. If so, how there can be the difference as a lower caste and higher caste? Parachiyavadedada, Panatiyavadedada. Irachi tolelunbinul ilakkamittirukkudo. Parachi bogam verado, Panatti bogam verado. Parachiyum Panattiyum paduttu paru mummuli. You analyze, you apply your rationale and try to understand, can there be a difference and denomination of humans as higher caste and lower caste? So Siddharths were very keen about establishing Samuganapathy or social justice. I can quote number of poems under different heading, under different subject, but today I just want to make the world understand who are Siddharths. And then the Siddharths, lastly, they advocated the concept of Mada Nallinakam, that is religious harmony. I said that Siddharths never believed in religion. I said that Siddharths never believed in existence of God as a separate entity away from him. They supported and advocated the concept of self-realization and realizing the divinity in them. Then why do they talk about religious harmony? They are concerned with living together of people practicing various religions in a harmony. So though they advocated the realization of God within, all people do not come under this school of thought. They do not come under this canopy of thought. The people have different thoughts and different understandings and different doctrines and dogmas. But what they say, in the name of religion, one people supporting one religion, the other people supporting yet another religion, and the people belonging to different religions strongly believe that their own religions are true and other religions are not true. So with this idea, they start to act antagonistically against the religions. That has caused the great loss of lives, the great loss of wealth, the great loss of peace and harmony among the human society. So Siddhartha said that when you believe in one God, you should believe in all gods. When you believe in one religion, you should believe in all religions. When you believe your religion and respect your religion, you should respect all religions equally. So they said that what is important for a harmonious and happy living in this world is a religious harmony, mother than the. So the Siddhartha's concepts are really great. The concepts of modern days are spoken, elaborated and extensively by the great thinkers of the Tamil society, and really it is a great proud to the Tamil language and the Tamil society who prevail all over the world. It is the knowledge, it is the wisdom of Siddhas which cannot be questioned because it talks about spiritualism. It talks about harmonious living of various religions together. It talks about accepting the human beings as one entity and not as denominations of lower and higher, based on the occupation which they practice. So this is what we have to understand about the basic concept of Siddhas. Siddhas also evolved a discipline called Siddha's system of medicine. Siddha's system of medicine is really one of the ancient systems of medicine. I can say boldly that Siddha's system is not one of the ancient systems, it is the ancient system of medicine. The Siddha system was born in the minds of the genius, the Siddharthas. They have evolved various medicines to live healthy, to live happy until you are get enlightened. So the purpose of this birth is enlightenment. To attain enlightenment, you need healthy, happy, and harmonious living. For a healthy living, you need the physical health. You need, when you have the physical health, you will have a long life. And the purpose of this long life is not just to live and enjoy this world. The purpose of long life is enlightenment. So, Tirumular says that Udambar Aliyin Uyirar Alivar Udambar Aliyin Uyirar Alivar Tidambada Minyanam Seravum Matar Udambar Aliyin Uyirar Alivar Tidambada Minyanam Seravum Matar Udambai Valarkum Ubayam Arinde Udambai Valarkum Ubayam Arinde Udambai Valatte Uyir Valatte Udambai Valatte Uyir Valatte. What Tirumular says, the body perishes, the life perishes. They don't attain enlightenment. I grow the body to grow my life. Why I grow my life? To attain enlightenment. So the purpose of this birth is to attain enlightenment, to awaken the divinity in you, to realize that you are not just the physical body. Beyond the physical body, you are a soul, you are an Atman. The soul is the tiny expression of the universal energy or the universal power or the godliness or the Prabhanja Shakti. The Prabhanja Shakti is expressed in you as a life energy. You have to realize this, and you should tune yourself, the individual with the universal. You should realize the divinity in you To have the realization of divinity, you need a long life. Udambar Aliyin, Uyirar Alivar. Thidambada Menyanam Seravum Mata. They never attain a life. If they die earlier without realizing the divinity in them. So Udambar Aliyin, Uyirar Alivar. Thidambada Menyanam Seravum Mata. So I learned how to live long. You can live long as your body remains healthy. How to keep your body remain healthy, how to keep your body remain strong, the Siddhas have developed a system called Siddha system of medicine. So, Udambai Valarthen, Uyir Valarthene. I grow this body. Growing body does not mean expanding the body in x-axis and y-axis. Growing body does not mean that gaining weight and become big and large in your size. Growing body means extending the existence of body alive. Udambai Valarthen, Uyir Valarthene. So, Siddhas have evolved a system of medicine which is called the Siddha system of medicine. They not only advocated medicines for living long, they also supported the method to live long with the two other important aspects of Siddha way of living. Siddha's lifestyle, that is called breathing and yoga. Yoga does not mean exercise. Yoga means attaining certain postures and reminding oneself in that posture, and those postures not only give you physical charming body, but also gives strength to the internal organs. When you do exercise, the exercise can help you to develop muscles. The exercise can help you to develop a handsome physical body. But this exercise will not help you to make the visceral organs stronger and healthier. Yoga can impart health to the internal organs like lung, liver, kidney, stomach, so on and so forth. All the internal organs, like your pancreas, like your spleen, like your kidneys, all the internal organs which are listed as endocrine glands, all of them can be kept in good harmony, kept in good healthy state by practicing the yoga asanas. The Tirumular advocated practice of 8 different stages and levels are parts of yoga, which he called Atanga Yoga. Niyamam, Niyamam, Adanam, Pranayamam, Pratyagaram, Dharanai, Dhyanam, Samadhi. Iyamam, Niyamam, Yenila, Adanam. Iyamam, Niyamam, Yenila, Adanam. Nayamur, Pranayamam, Pratyagaram. Nayamur, Pranayamam, Pratyagaram. Sayamig, Dharanai, Dhyanam, Samadhi. Sayamig, Dharanai, Dhyanam, Samadhi. Ayamur, Attangam, Avadumami. These 8 parts of yoga advocated by the Siddhas talks about what today the World Health Organization speaks about health. The definition given to health by World Health Organization is a physical, mental, and social well-being to begin with. The health is not just keeping oneself physically fit. The health is not just oneself remaining mentally strong. The health is with another important aspect of social well-being. You see, in this Atanga Yogam, all these parts which are mentioned by World Health Organization has been clearly delineated 4,000 years ago by Tirumala. Iyamam, Niyamam. What is the meaning of these two terms, Iyamam and Niyamam? Iyamam means don'ts. Niyamam means do's. What you have to do, what you should not do. So the don'ts and do's, don'ts means Iyamam, do's means Niyamam. Niyamam means discipline. Iyamam means refraining from what should not be practiced for healthy living. So if a man or if a human being practices the don'ts and do's, there automatically comes social well-being. Iyamam, Niyamam, the individual discipline, an individual practice of honesty, individual practice of a healthy thought, that automatically gives you social healthy living. So it is from the individual the social is evolved. So first Siddharth Tirumular supported the concept of social well-being by including these two terms, the Iyamam and Niyamam. Then comes Yennila Adanum. Yennila Adanum, Iyamam Niyamam, Yennila Adanum, Nayamuru Pranayamam. Pranayamam means Uyir Vali Ombu Swasam. Uyir Vali என்பது பிராணவாயு அல்லது ஆக்சிஜன் என்ற பொருளில் நாம் புரிந்து கொள்ளலாம். We can just understand, but it has got a different, deeper sense, which we will understand and discuss in quotes of the future talks. But today, for an easy understanding, let us take this prana as oxygen. More oxygen means better health. More oxygen gives you better oxidation. It gives you more resistance to disease. It gives you, imparts you automatically good health. So Siddharth advocated as the next aspect of individual physical well-being and health, the two ideas. One is Yennila Adanam and the other is Pranaya. By practicing the asanas, by practicing the breathing exercises, you can have a physical well-being. So first, social well-being, Iyamam, Niyamam. The second, physical well-being, Adanam and Pranayam. And then the mental well-being, Pratyagaram and Dharana. Sayamiku Dharanai Dhyanam Samad. Sayam means Jayam. Jayam means victory. Victory means success. You can achieve anything. You can have the implementation of your thought as action. All your thoughts will fructify as long as they are good, as long as they are not injurious to the healthy living of other person. All your thoughts will get fructified. And that fructification of thought you can attain through dharana, focusing of thought, and pratyagaram, withdrawing the senses. So in the third aspect, Tirumular mentioned about the pratyagaram and dharana, which the World Health Organization speaks about mental well-being. So the social, physical, and mental well-being which are advocated by the World Health organization today has been well realized by Siddhas of ancient times of Tamil tradition, and they spoke about it, which we fail to understand in the perspectives of the modern times. But the fourth aspect which Siddharth said, which has been now lately included in health as spiritual well-being, that can be attained by Dhyanam and Samadhi. So the Dhyanam and Samadhi, the seventh and the eighth part of Atanga Yogam, speaks about the spiritual well-being, which the World Health Organization have now realized, and now the health is defined as physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being. The definition has not been today created by the modern thought. It has been well created by the great ancient Tamil thinkers, the Siddharth, which has been mentioned by Tirumular under the heading Atanga. So, for physical well-being, Siddharth talked about the breathing exercises and yoga asana. Then, for a long living, what you need is the healthy food. The body is made up of the food that you eat. Again, the Siddharth said that the physical body, the Annamaya Kosam, the physical body is created out of the food that you eat. So the food gives rise to the body. So they said the body is Annamaya Kosam. The food is attained from the plant. The plant grows on the earth. It takes the various nutrients which are contained in the earth, and all these nutrients which are absorbed by the plant root, they are ultimately converted under the influence of sunlight into fruits, into nuts, into cereals, into grains, and eat that. Your body is created. Your body is created by the food that you eat. The food comes from the earth. So they believe that the body is made up of earth. So they call the body is Prithvi. The body is made up of earthen materials. The body is an earthen world. Tangayandonamal Sanaganapathy Gatti. Tangayandonamal Sanaganapathy Gatti. வெங்காயம் நாத்து விட்டு வெகு நாள காத்திருந்தேன். வெங்காயம் தின்னாமல் மேல் தோலை தின்றதனால் தங்காயம் தோணாமல் என் கண்ணம்மா நான் சாகுரண்டி சாகாமல். This is what the Alagani-Chittar says. He is called Alagani-Chittar. He wrote the Tamil Siddha songs with a beautiful expression, with the musical expression, and with the combining of words, what we call in Tamil as Ani or Edukai Mone. They are tuned beautifully. That is why he is called Alagu Ani-Chittar, and unfortunately in latter times he was called as Alukani-Chittar, and he is given with a guitar or with a pony or with a bag on his back and personified as a dirty man. That's not true. He's the Alagu Ani-Chittar. He wrote his poems with such beautiful words. So he says that the body is created out of what we eat. So the Siddha system believed that the body, the physical body, is made up of earth. There are three other elements in this body. Those three elements exist in a balance, and those three elements are air, fire, and water, which they called in Siddha system as Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So, these three elements, the air, fire, and water, prevail in a ratio or proportion in this physical body, which is an earthenware. The earthenware, the body is an earthenware. How this is created? Parihasamaagave kaditha pambu. Parihasamaagave kaditha pambu. Palaperariyave mettavingi. Parihasamagave paditha pambu. Parihasamagave kaditha pambu. Palaperariyave mettavingi. Pariharam orumadu paarthapodu. Payode kadandadendra adupambe. Adupambe vilayadupambe. Adupambe vilayadupambe. Pambatti chitta. Very beautiful. Said that your body is made up of the substances contributed by your father and mother. The father has touched the mother and she made her pregnant by the contribution of the semen from his body. It united with the egg of the mother and it created the body. And what are the semen and the sperm and the egg? They are all the two contributions, two substances and materials from the two sexes, namely the man and the woman. And these two substances are nothing but the substances from the human body. The human body is made up of the earth materials. So these two tiny elements, the invisible sperm and the ova, are also nothing but the earthen substances. And these two substances join together to form the fertilized egg, and which develops into the human being. How nicely the Pambatti Siddhar said, you see that? Parihasamagave kaditha pam. The father and mother played the joyful game of joining together. That resulted in, but it looks as if the snake has bitten a man and the body has swelled up as a result of death. Parihasamagave kaditha pambu, palaberariyave mettavingi. He died. This is how it looks, but the deeper meaning is, the parihasamagave kaditha pambu is the kamam or the libido. It has made the man to touch the woman. That is, the man has embraced the woman and contributed the sperm which joined with the egg. That resulted in the formation of the fetus. As a result of the growth of the fetus inside the womb of the mother, the body swelled there in the stomach. There, it is swelled in the stomach. Parihasamagave kaditha pambu, palaberariyave mettavingi. The secret act of physical union has got itself expressed to the outer world as the swelling of the stomach. Palaberariyave mettavingi. Pariharam orumadu paarthapodu. That is the practice in Tamil Nadu. In ancient times, during the delivery times, the delivery is attended by the specially trained nurses. The specially trained civilians are the nurses. They are called pariyari. They belong to a particular sect of people, and she only attends the delivery, and she uses the blade to sever the connection between the umbilical cord and the fetus. So she is called Pariharam Orumadu Parthapu. When the Pariyari and the civilian attend the delivery, and the human fetus has come out along with the placenta as a beautiful child. So the Siddhas believed, Iruvar man sendida oruvar panna, Irendu madamai vaitha chulai, Arumaya irukkinum anda chulai, Arai kasukkumagadendra adupambe. எவ்வளவு அழகாக, how beautifully the Siddha says, you see that? And the body is created out of sand, out of earth. இருவர் மண் சேர்ந்திட ஒருவர் பண்ண, இருவர், the two persons, the man and the woman, contributed the substance, but ஒருவர் பண்ண, the mother makes it into a beautiful fetus. The mother develops into a beautiful child. ஒருவர் பண்ண, ஈரைந்து மாதமாய் வைத்த சூளை. சூளை is the kiln. The kiln is the womb of the mother. It gives the warmth, that required temperature for the fetus to grow into a beautiful child. The fetus to grow into a beautiful infant. So, the mother's womb is the kiln where the fetus is cooked and it grows into a beautiful infant. So, இருவர் மண் சேர்ந்திட ஒருவர் பண்ண, ஈரைந்து மாதமாய் வைத்த சூளை. The kiln cooks the fetus for a period of 10 months and it comes out as a beautiful thing. இருவர் மண் சேர்ந்திட ஒருவர் பண்ண, ஈரைந்து மாதமாய் வைத்த சூளை. அருமையாய் இருக்கினும் அந்த சூளை. Though it comes out as a beautiful human being's infant, அரை காசுக்கும் ஆகாதென்று அனுப்பாங்க. Once it perishes, once you die, it is not even worth of the earthenware or the pot. It is burned or buried. So, the Siddhas believed that the body is made up of earthenware, or it is made up of the food that you eat. So, the food is body, the body is food. Siddharth said that உணவே மருந்து, மருந்தே உணவு. Diet is drug, drug is diet. So Siddharth believed that the food is the fundamental aspect of healthy living. And what are the food that you take for a healthy living? And how to use the same materials which serve as food in different concentrations as medicines for the cure of certain diseases which prevails in your body due to improper living, improper eating, and improper practices. So Siddhas strongly believe that health can be maintained through healthy eating, healthy thinking, healthy living, and healthy practices, and keeping oneself, your health stronger, you can live long. Only when you live long, you can attain enlightenment. For this purpose, Siddhas have evolved a system called the Siddha system of medicine. The Siddha system of medicine is based on the Panchapuda concept. Panchapuda means 5 elements. The 5 elements are the air, water, fire, air, and body, or the space. So Siddharth strongly believed that the body is nothing but the universe. Andathil உள்ளது, பிண்டத்தில் உள்ளது. What is there in the universe is in your body. What is there in your body that prevails in the universe? Andathil உள்ளது, பிண்டத்தில், பிண்டத்தில் உள்ளது, அண்டத்தில். அண்டமும் பிண்டமும் ஒன்றுதான், அறிந்து நீ பார்க்கும் போதே. This is what the Sattanada, one of the Siddhas, says, that the body is the condensation of the 5 elements of the universe, and the 5 elements of the universe are only the expansion of the 5 elements condensed. So the Siddha concept is based on the Panchapuda system, the balance of Vada, Pitta, and Kama. Every medical discipline have got their own fundamental principles. The modern medical system, allopathy, is based on the concept of allopathy. Allo means different, padi means disease. The drug is just opposite of the disease. So the modern system is based on allopathy concept. Quite opposite to that, another system has been evolved by Samuel Hahnemann. He calls his system as homeopathy. Homeo means same, padi means disease. The drug is same as the disease. So the principle of homeopathy is just opposite to allopathy. But these two systems are practiced successfully all over the world. There are people who are the staunch supporters of homeopathy. They don't go to take treatment in other systems, even if they die. They are the staunch supporters of their own system, homeopathy. Similarly, there is a big population which believes allopathy only the system which can give better health. Whether it is false or true, I leave it to their decision. So they believe that allopathy, an opposite thought of homeopathy, these two systems prevail equally, and these two systems are universally accepted all over the world. Like that, the Siddha system is based on the fundamental concept of Panchaphutas, and it is based on the imbalance of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So we don't believe on the introduction of disease by microorganisms. We are not against the living of microorganisms. The pathogens cause disease, that is true. But the pathogens prevail everywhere. Say, for example, the Salmonella typhi is present in every human body, in every human intestine. Everybody has got it in a lower concentration. When the strength and the population of these bacteria increases in its number, you develop typhoid. So Salmonella typhi is not the cause of the disease, it is your body which is the cause for the disease. If you maintain the balance of Vata, Pitta and Kapha, the heat, cool, the heat, water and the air in your body in the proper balance. What is that balance? That also said in Agathya Nadi Satram 18, Agathya Nadi Satram, the Agathya Munivar, he says that Vadangiya Vadam Matire Vandru Agil Vadangiya Vadam Matire Vandru Agil Taye Pitam Nilarvasi Taye Kamar Kari Vidangi Sivakku Vidakrum the soul is in the body without damage to it for a long time. Well, these three elements are in balance. What is the balance? Air, one, the heat, half, and the water. So three are in balance of one, half, and water. One air, heat, water, cold, the Vadam, Pitta, and Kapha. If everything is balanced, no organism, yes, space to create. Let every organism live with you.